Most attractive men have no idea they are attractive. That sounds strange, but it is one of the most consistently true things about genuine attractiveness in men. The men who are constantly telling everyone how attractive they are, who need everyone to know it, who walk into rooms looking for confirmation that people are noticing them. Those men are almost never the most attractive ones in the room, because real attractiveness does not need an audience. It does not need validation. It does not announce itself. It just exists, quietly, consistently, in a way that other people feel before they can even explain why. And this is why so many genuinely attractive men genuinely do not know they are attractive. Because the version of attractiveness they were sold growing up was about looks, about height, about a particular jaw structure or body type or the right kind of face. And if they did not match that very specific and very narrow picture, they concluded they were not attractive. And they carried that conclusion around for years, sometimes decades, never realizing that what they were dismissing in themselves was the very thing that other people were drawn to most. Because here is what most people never say clearly enough. The most attractive thing about a man is almost never his face. Faces matter. They are not irrelevant. But they are maybe 20% of the total picture. The other 80%. The part that makes people actually drawn to someone. The part that makes people want to be around someone, trust someone, be close to someone. That part is almost entirely made up of things that have nothing to do with what you were born looking like. Things that can be built, developed, grown, by any man, at any age, starting right now. So here are 5 signs that you are more attractive than you realize. Not based on what you look like, based on who you actually are and how you actually move through the world. Sign 1. People feel genuinely calm and comfortable around you. Think about the people in your life who you feel most at ease around. The ones where the conversation flows without effort. Where you do not feel like you have to perform or be careful or manage what you say. Where you can just be yourself without worrying about being judged. Where the silence between sentences does not feel awkward. Where you leave the interaction feeling better than you felt going in. Those people are extraordinarily attractive. Not because of how they look, because of how they make you feel. And if you are someone who consistently has that effect on other people, people tend to relax around you, open up to you, share things with you that they do not share with most people, stay in conversations with you longer than they plan to. That is one of the clearest signs of genuine attractiveness that exists. This quality comes from a specific combination of things. Being genuinely present in conversations rather than distracted. Listening without judging. Not needing to fill every silence with noise. Not making everything about yourself. Having a calm energy that does not demand anything from the people around you. These things together create an environment where other people feel safe. And safety is one of the deepest forms of attraction there is. Most men underestimate this completely, because it does not feel like something dramatic. It does not feel like a power or a skill. It just feels like being normal. But it is not normal. It is actually rare. And if you have it, people feel it immediately. Sign 2. People come to you with their problems. When someone is going through something hard, something real, something that matters to them, they do not go to just anyone with it. They go to the person they trust most, the person they feel safest with, the person whose response they believe will be honest and caring rather than dismissive or judgmental or self-serving. If people consistently bring their problems to you, if friends come to you when things are hard, if people you barely know open up to you faster than they expected to, if you are often the person that people call when they do not know what to do, that is not a coincidence. That is a reflection of something they sense in you. A quality of steadiness and trustworthiness and genuine care that makes you feel like a safe place. And that quality is deeply attractive. Because the world is full of people who are good company when everything is fine. But people who are genuinely there when things are hard. Who can hold space for someone else's pain without making it awkward or trying to fix it too fast or making the conversation about themselves. Those people are rare. And rare things are valuable. and valuable things are attractive. If you are that person for the people in your life, you are more attractive than you know. Sign 3. You are comfortable doing things alone. This one surprises people, but it is consistently one of the most attractive qualities a man can have. The ability to do things alone, without discomfort, without needing company to justify the activity, without looking around to see if anyone is watching or wondering what people think. Going to a restaurant alone and being completely relaxed about it. Going to the gym and focusing on your own workout without needing to perform for anyone. Traveling somewhere by yourself and genuinely enjoying it. Sitting in a coffee shop without your phone in your hand every 30 seconds. Pursuing interests and hobbies that you genuinely care about regardless of whether they are socially cool or whether anyone else shares them. This quality communicates something very specific to the people around you. It says that this man does not need external validation to feel okay about himself. He is comfortable in his own company. He has a self that exists independently of what other people think of it. He is not performing his life for an audience. He is just living it. And that independence, that groundedness, that quiet self-sufficiency, is one of the most magnetic things a person can project, because it is the opposite of neediness. And neediness, even when it comes from a genuine place, even when it is completely understandable, is one of the most consistent attraction killers there is. Not because needy people are bad, but because needy energy creates pressure, and pressure pushes people away rather than drawing them in. If you are comfortable alone, if you do not need company or validation or an audience to feel good about what you are doing, that is a sign of genuine attractiveness that most men spend years trying to develop and never quite get there. Sign 4. You have clear values and you actually live by them. There is something deeply attractive about a man who knows what he stands for. Not a man who talks about his values constantly. Not a man who lectures other people about how they should live. But a man who has quietly figured out what matters to him and who makes decisions based on that. Consistently. Even when it costs him something, even when the easier choice would be to compromise. This shows up in small ways. He does not laugh along with things he finds genuinely wrong just to fit in. He does not pretend to agree with people to avoid conflict when he genuinely disagrees. He does not change his opinion based on who is in the room. He follows through on what he says he will do. He treats people consistently. Not better when he wants something from them and worse when he does not. The same, because that is who he is, not because anyone is watching. This quality is attractive for a reason that is very simple. A man with clear values is predictable in the best possible way. You know what you are getting with him. You know how he will behave. You know what he stands for. And in a world where most people are constantly shifting depending on the situation and the audience, that consistency feels like something solid, something trustworthy, something worth getting close to. Women feel this quality in men before they can name it. It is part of what creates the feeling of safety that genuine attraction is built on. Not excitement in the short term, genuine attraction that deepens over time, which is the only kind worth having. Sign 5. You do not chase people and yet people gravitate toward you. This is the most telling sign of all, and it is the one that most clearly separates men who are genuinely attractive from men who are trying to be attractive. Men who are trying to be attractive chase. They chase attention. They chase approval. They chase women who seem slightly out of reach because the chase feels like evidence of their own desire. They work very hard at being noticed, at being liked, at being seen as attractive, and all of that effort, all of that chasing and performing and trying, produces the opposite of what they want, because people can feel when they are being chased. And being chased creates a power dynamic where the chaser has less value than the person being chased. Almost automatically. Men who are genuinely attractive do not chase. Not because they are playing games. Not because they are pretending not to care. But because they are genuinely focused on their own life, their own growth, their own goals, their own genuine enjoyment of the things they do. And that focus, that genuine self-investment, creates an energy that draws people toward them rather than pushing people to run. Think about the most attractive people you know, the genuinely attractive ones, not the ones who are trying the hardest, the ones who just seem to naturally have people around them, who seem to naturally be liked and sought out and included. Almost none of them are the ones working the hardest to be noticed. They are the ones who seem most comfortable just being themselves, and everyone else moves toward that comfort like it is a source of warmth. If you have noticed that people tend to come to you, that friendships tend to form around you without you forcing them, that conversations tend to gravitate toward you in group settings without you doing anything to engineer that people remember you more clearly than you expected them to after a single meeting, those are signs, real signs, that you carry something genuinely attractive, something that other people feel in your presence before they have even had a proper conversation with you. The thing nobody tells you: attractiveness in men is not a fixed thing. It is not something you either have from birth or you do not. It is built, slowly, through the daily choices you make about how to live, how to treat people, how to invest in yourself, how to show up in the world. Every time you choose honesty over convenience, every time you follow through on something you said you would do, every time you sit with yourself in silence and choose not to reach for distraction, every time you pursue something you genuinely care about without waiting for someone to approve of it first, every time you treat someone with genuine respect when there is nothing to gain from it, you are building attractiveness. The real kind, the kind that lasts, the kind that deepens rather than fades, the kind that has nothing to do with how old you get or how your face changes over the years. You are probably more attractive than you think, not because of flattery, but because the fact that you are here, thinking about growth, thinking about who you are and who you are becoming, is itself one of the most attractive things a person can do. Keep building, keep growing, keep showing up as yourself without apology. The right people will always find that irresistible. I run on subscribers, not batteries. If this gave you something real, that button costs you nothing and it means everything.